Okay, now what we have is, let's go to the second slide, and we're going to be doing the animations through the animation tab. Because right now, if I go to presentation mode, so let me just click on this, it just appears straight away, right, for the images, for the text. But if we want some sort of sequence on the order that we want the images to appear, we can use the animations tab to control on how the images are shown one by one. Okay, so I'll just press escape and let's go back to editing mode. So for this one, let's do some rearranging first, just to have something that's better looking. Okay, let's just rearrange this. Let's say let's go back to the picture format, right, and then make it a normal picture, rotate this again, and put some level of organization to the images. Okay, now it's looking good. Okay, we're happy with this one. And then what I'll do is, let's go to the animations tab. So for this one important pane that we need to look at for animation is the animation pane over here, this selection under advanced animation, so that it gives us a bird's eye view on what are all of the animations that this slide will be doing. Okay, so the first one is, let's just select Microsoft. Okay, we want something to happen with this image. So there's a lot of animations in here. So if we just open this up, there's a lot of them over here. And let's just pick one just to see how it looks like. So if you select bounce, so you could see that bouncing motion in here. Or if we select spin, for example, so it does that as well. Okay, so let's just change this and make it just a fade effect so that it just shows up, right? So if I go now to presentation mode, let me just click this. So it's not there yet, right? If I click on the mouse or if I select right or anything that will progress to the next step, it will start to show up. So we're going to be doing this for all of the images. So if we select this, for example, let's just keep it consistent. I'll select fade. So let's select this as well. I'll pick fade, and then this as well. Let's select fade. Now let's have a look. Okay, so we have this 4 in here, right, for the fading effect. So if I click on the mouse, Microsoft, right, then the next one, and next one. So that's the really nice thing with PowerPoint, is there's a lot of things that you could do just to make it more dynamic. Okay, because it's not just a set of static images or text, right? You can even do that for text. So for example, if I select this, right, you can also select an animation and then it will add over here, right? So you can see it's really cool. So it's just added for all of the text in here. Another thing to take note of is you can also add some sequence when it comes to showing these images over here. So for example, let's just focus on the first 2 images, 1 and 2, right? So for 1 and 2, okay, let's say if you want the 2 images to appear right away on the first click, we can do that as well. So what I'll do is I'll select the second image, and then there's this timing group over here. So if we select, this is start on click, so which means if you click on the presentation, then the animation will start. You can also change this to after previous or with previous. Okay, so when we say with previous, then whatever the trigger is for the first image, it will also trigger for the second image, which means they will appear at the same time. So let's just try this with previous. Okay, and you notice that the number now is 1 for both of them, which means they will appear at the same time, which means there's just one trigger that will trigger their animations, okay, for both of them. So let's just try this. If I select this, and if I click, right, you see the 2 images showing up right away. And for the rest, it's going to be 1 by 1 for the clicks, okay? So you can change the sequence as well. So for example, let's try out the other one. So I'll select this image again, okay, start after previous, which means it will automatically animate this image over here after the animation of the first one finishes. So let's try that again. Okay, so I'll just click once. Let me click now. Okay, I'm not doing anything, and you see that there's a certain delay that happened before the animation of the second image or the Excel logo when it appeared. Okay, and I didn't need to do anything because I already told PowerPoint, okay, after you do the animation of Microsoft, show the animation of the Excel logo. And for the rest, it needs my click, so I'll just continue clicking until everything shows up. Okay, I'll just press the escape. So you could see as well over here, right? You could see that it's some sort of timeline that happens. You could see that it's 1, okay, for these 2 images over here. And you could see that there's a gap. There's a gap in here that after this finishes, this green bar finishes, then the second image will take place. Okay, so that's really cool. And you could just chain multiple images or multiple text in here depending on your needs.